All right, good day to you. Oh my goodness. All this sparkling energy in one place, yeah? And we have a youngster. Hello. We are Metatron. Right? We're happy to be here with you today. And we always have something to talk about as we begin the evening. And today we want to talk about truth. Truth. It's kind of hard to find in your world in this moment, isn't it? There is so much information that is being moved across your world. Some of it is accurate and a great deal of it is untruthful. Learning how to understand what is the truth and what is not the truth is one of the greatest tools that you can work on in the moment. But more important to the external truth is your internal truth. The truth of who and what you are. How do you stand in your truth? How do you speak your truth when it is not the truth of another? This is one of the most challenging things for the collective. Are you someone that will try to keep the peace at all costs? Are you someone who is ashamed to share your truth, your authentic self? You might be able to say yes to some of those questions. And here's what we're going to share with you today. Most of you here this evening want the world to change. You want humanity to shift and evolve. And you want the truth. And it all begins with you. If you cannot stand in your truth, how can you anticipate that anyone else will? If you cannot speak your truth, how can you anticipate that anyone else will? If you cannot live in alignment with what you believe to be true for you, even if nobody else agrees, how can you expect the greater collective to be able to do the same thing? You've heard us say it time and time again. You might get tired of it, but this is an inside job. We're going to ask you over the next weeks to really get clear on what is your truth. How you feel about your relationships, how you feel about your jobs, how you feel about yourself. Telling yourself the truth is critical for your evolutionary process. How many of you have stories that continue to loop in your head? You lay down at night, you're thinking about something coulda, shoulda, woulda that happened 10 years ago. These are places where you have not told yourself the truth. If you had been telling yourself the truth, standing in your sovereignty, these stories that continue to loop would have been released. We gave our woman a challenge. It's been a couple of years ago, and it was something that changed her landscape drastically. And we asked her to take all of those old stories that she was looping, the old traumas, the old slights, the old hurts, and take them one at a time and imagine them on a movie screen and walk through them frame by frame by frame, revisiting the event or the situation and telling herself the truth about each and every frame. Because there are times when you take too much responsibility for something. Sometimes you don't take enough responsibility for something. And as she walked through these old stories and told herself the truth, you know what happened? They're not there anymore. They have been witnessed in truth and released in truth. Perhaps this is something that you can do for yourselves to help to bring you into greater clarity of what your truth is. Most individuals want to know the whys, why this happened or why that happened. A greater way to receive more full information that will actually assist you to grow is show me the truth of this. Are you looking to make a change in your life? Ask Spirit to show you the truth so that you can make wise choices. We know that it can be challenging to feel that you stand in your truth when nobody else around you supports that. We know this. But the key understanding is that you are a sovereign being, and what you feel and how you believe in your own heart your truth to be is important, even if no one else agrees. It's not to create a fight. You don't have to argue with someone. You can just state your truth and stand in that space of understanding that in that moment you have loved yourself. You have taken care of yourself by standing in and speaking what is true for you. The more you do this, beloved ones, the more it begins to ripple outward. And when you can give yourself permission to do this, you automatically give others permission to stand and speak in their truth as well. Please do not try to convince another that their truth is incorrect or invalid. Please do not try to convince another soul that their truth is invalid. That is what is happening on your planet in this moment. Everybody feels that if you don't believe like I believe, if you believe something different, then we must be enemies. Let everyone have their truth and stand sovereign in your own. Anchor your light. You make a difference. Not only to yourself and your own journey, but to the collective at large. So your small truths are something that carry great impact. So this is what we bring to you today on this beautiful Friday and lay at your feet. Please tell yourself the truth. Stand in your truth. Speak your truth, no matter what. Do not be silenced. Do not allow yourself to be convinced to another's way of thinking if it is not your truth.